Imagine starting with nothing but a desk, a telephone, and a dream in a volatile market. Now imagine, 40 years later, owning the very airplanes that fly tourists into the country, the buses that transport them, the desert safaris they explore, and the five-star luxury resorts where they sleep. This isn't just a business success story. This is the story of a man who built a private empire so vast, he became a sovereign state within the global tourism industry. His name is Hamed El Chiaty. And today we decode how he rose from absolute zero to completely monopolize the travel matrix. To understand the empire, we must go back to the beginning, the mid-1970s. Egypt's tourism sector was chaotic, fragmented, and dominated by foreign agencies. Enter a young, ambitious Egyptian man with no family inheritance or corporate backing. El Chiaty didn't start as a tycoon. He started at the bottom, learning the gritty mechanics of travel operations. But while others saw tourism as a simple service of booking rooms, El Chiaty saw it as a massive, unsolved logistical puzzle. In 1979, with limited capital but a predatory instinct for opportunity, he founded Travco. His initial assets, just a handful of rented vehicles and a relentless work ethic, but he possessed a rare psychological edge. He understood the mindset of the European traveler before they even stepped foot in the Middle East. But how do you scale a business when you are surrounded by massive, established competitors? You don't compete on their turf, you create your own. El Chiaty realized that traditional sightseeing was a commodity. Tourists wanted adventure, raw experiences, and the exotic mystery of the desert. He pivoted violently into adventure tourism and desert safaris. He bought 404 fleets, mapped out exclusive desert routes, and locked down the safari market. Suddenly, Travco wasn't just another travel agency. They were the exclusive gateway to the Egyptian experience. The cash flow from these high-margin excursions allowed him to trigger step 2 of his master plan, total infrastructure domination. This is where the genius turns into a monopoly. El Chiaty looked at his balance sheet and asked a dangerous question. Why am I paying external companies for hotels, transport, and flights? Why not own the entire value chain? He began buying land on the pristine coasts of the Red Sea, anticipating the global boom of Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada. He built Jaz Hotels and Resorts, transforming empty sand into multi-million-dollar luxury oases. But he didn't stop at hotels. He bought the cruise ships on the Nile. He built the largest private transportation fleet in the country. And then, the ultimate chess move, he unlocked the sky. By establishing strategic joints and dominant control over international charter flight networks, El Chiaty secured the ultimate economic leverage. Think about the sheer scale of this execution. If a German tourist wants a safari, they pay Travco. If they want a luxury room, they sleep at a Chiaty resort. If they travel across the city, they ride a Chiaty bus. And the plane they arrived on? Powered by his network. He successfully built a closed-loop matrix where money enters, but it can never leave. Hamed El Chiaty started with a single phone and turned it into a multi-billion-dollar empire that controls the sky, the sea, the desert, and the sand. He proved that true entrepreneurship is not about waiting for the market to give you an opportunity. It is about building an ecosystem so integrated that the market has no choice but to go through you. He didn't just build a travel company, he mastered the architecture of human movement, and that is the ultimate yield code. Welcome to the yield code. Subscribe now, and let's decode the matrix together.